It had been 12 years since Nathan's service as a pilot in the Interstellar Exploration Corps. His mission had taken him to the outer rim of mapped space, where a ship malfunction had left him stranded on a hostile world. That planet, Veres, was both beautiful and dangerous, a place of radiant jungles, creatures with skin like glass, and oceans that glittered with living light. He had expected to die there until she found him. Lira was tall and striking, her form slender yet powerful, her eyes a shade of violet that seemed to hold shifting constellations within. Her skin bore a faint silver luminescence, almost like moonlight made flesh. She was not human, but her presence was undeniably warm. She had spoken his language through a translator crystal embedded in her wrist, but over time Nathan learned to understand her even without it, through her gestures, her laughter, her silences. For months she kept him alive. She hunted food, taught him how to use the bioluminescent flora for warmth, and guided him through a world that wanted him dead. They became partners, then friends, and slowly something deeper. But when the rescue ship finally arrived, Nathan was forced to leave. The Corps had rules. No attachments, no interference, no staying behind. Lira had stood at the edge of the cliff, her silver hair whipping in the alien wind, as Nathan was taken aboard. He remembered her last words through the translator. "The stars are wide, Nathan, but not wide enough to keep me from remembering you." He had carried those words like a wound ever since. The middle, the return. It was late evening when Nathan first heard the sound again, the low, thrumming hum of alien engines. He was sitting on his porch, watching the sun sink behind the hills, when the ground trembled softly. His old instincts made his heart pound. He rose, scanning the skies. And then he saw it. A ship, sleek and curved like a blade of light, descended silently onto the meadow beyond his home. Its hull glowed faintly, runes etched across its surface. For a moment, Nathan thought he was hallucinating. Then the ramp extended, and a figure emerged. She hadn't aged a day. Lira stood there, her luminous skin catching the twilight, her violet eyes fixed on him. For a long heartbeat, neither moved. Then, slowly, Nathan stepped forward. "Lira," his voice cracked. Her lips curved into the same soft, knowing smile he had dreamed of countless nights. "Nathan." They closed the distance between them in seconds. She touched his face as though to confirm he was real. For a moment, it was as if 12 years had vanished, leaving them back on the cliffs of Veres, standing against the wind together. "I thought," Nathan began, but she silenced him with a shake of her head. "I searched for you," she said. "But your world is hidden. Your people do not welcome us. It took years before I could find the path back here." Her hand lingered on his cheek. "I could not forget you." Nathan's chest tightened. All the longing he had buried came rushing back, raw and overwhelming. "And I never forgot you." The conflict, two worlds collide. That night, inside his modest home, they talked for hours. Lira explained how her people, the Elyrians, had strict laws forbidding deep ties with humans. But her memories of Nathan had burned through every command, every tradition. She had broken laws to come here, piloting a stolen vessel across forbidden space. Nathan's heart swelled with awe and dread. "They'll come after you," he whispered. "They may already be searching," she admitted. "But I had to see you again." The world outside seemed suddenly too fragile, too small. Nathan poured her water, made her food, though she hardly needed either. They laughed awkwardly at the little differences between them, yet the bond was as strong as ever. And then came the silence. The silence where Nathan realized the impossible truth. She could not stay. Earth was no place for her. And he could not abandon his life again, not without consequences. But as the days passed, Lira remained. She walked the fields with him, marveling at Earth's simplicity. She touched the grass, listened to the wind, and once even laughed at the clumsy barking of his neighbor's dog. Nathan felt alive again, yet with every moment, the shadow of her people hung over them. One evening the ship appeared. It wasn't hers. 3 massive vessels cut through Earth's skies, their presence unmistakable. Elyrian hunters. They descended near Nathan's land, their beams sweeping across the ground like searchlights. Panic surged through him. "They've come for you," he said. Lyra's eyes hardened. "They will not take me. Not without a fight." Nathan felt torn in two. He wanted to keep her safe, but how could one man protect her from her own people? Yet when he looked into her eyes, he knew he would try. The choice: love or survival. The Elyrian Envoys confronted them near the meadow, their armor gleaming like obsidian glass. Their leader, a tall figure with silver-plated shoulders, spoke with authority. "Lira of Illyria, you have broken the covenant. You will return with us." Lira stood firm. "I will not. I have chosen my path." The envoy's gaze flicked to Nathan. With him, a human. Disdain laced the word. "You would disgrace your people for this?" Nathan braced himself, expecting her to hesitate. But Lyra's answer was steady, sharp as crystal. "Yes." The envoy raised a weapon, and Nathan instinctively stepped forward. He had no weapon, no armor, no plan. Only a memory of the woman who had once saved him on her world, and the knowledge that he would not let her stand alone now. "Then you defy the council," the envoy said. "So be it." Before the standoff could erupt, Lira raised her hand. A pulse of violet energy flared from her palm, knocking the soldiers back. "Go," she commanded. "Tell the council I have chosen the stars of my heart over their chains." The envoys staggered, regrouped, and finally withdrew, though not without a warning. "The council will not forget this, nor forgive it." The ending, a future among the stars. In the quiet aftermath, Nathan stood beside her, his chest still heaving. "They'll come again," he said softly. Lira turned to him, her eyes shimmering with both fear and resolve. "Then we cannot stay here." "You mean?" "Yes." She took his hands. "Come with me. Leave this world. Come see the stars as I do. Be with me wherever we must run." Nathan looked back at his home, the porch, the fields, the quiet life he had built after years of service. It had always felt incomplete, as though waiting for something, or someone. Now he understood why. He met her gaze and smiled faintly. "I followed the core once for duty. This time I'll follow my heart." Her smile broke through like dawn. She leaned forward, pressing her forehead to his, and for the first time in 12 years, Nathan felt whole. Together they boarded her ship. The ramp closed, the engines hummed, and the vessel rose into the night sky. Earth grew smaller beneath them, fading into a marble of blue and green. Ahead stretched endless stars, wide and welcoming. Nathan reached for her hand, and she clasped his tightly. "Where do we go?" he asked. "Anywhere," Lira said. "As long as it is together." And as the ship vanished into the cosmos, Nathan realized that the sky above Earth had always seemed too small, because his heart had been waiting for hers to return.